Hello, the Wood Junkie here. Right, let's get straight to the point. I am going to be doing a scrapwood project with the leftovers from the bin shed, the gate and the log store. Now, if you're on a budget this Christmas and want to make Christmas decorations easy, that'll cost you £0 and pence. Watch my video right to the end and let me know what you think. Let's get straight to the video. Right, I'm going to start with some of this leftover wood I've got over from previous projects. As you can see, I used this on the bin shed, the log store and the gate. It's pieces of 4x2, 6x1 pressure treated timber. And here I'm going with using my trusty Stagig mechanical pencil set. There's a link in the description for these. They are fantastic. Great gifts for someone. I'm not sponsored by them, so I'm not getting anything out of it. But they are really good, so credit where credit's due. And I'm just putting the idea down on paper here now. Now, the whole aim of this is to use up some of the scrap wood and do this at zero cost. Just using up what I have and making sure I actually spend no money on this build. So if you're on a tight budget or anything like that, you can do this, or you can make these to sell them on. There'd be a fantastic batch out project to make a bit of extra money on, but the time is now to make these. There's nothing better than handmade items for your house at Christmas. Christmas is about family, friends. It's all about that kind of thing. It's not about going out and spending loads of money. And I don't know what it is, but homemade, handmade Christmas decorations and items always have that sort of charm. They're a lot better than the store-bought sort of things, and I highly recommend you go out, you have a go at making some yourself, or if you're watching this video and you haven't got the means or the know-how how to make them, look out for the guys that do make these. You can find them on Instagram, Facebook Marketplace. Give them a look up and make their Christmas by purchasing some items off them. Some of them are really good sort of makers, artisans, small businesses that really would appreciate your business at this time of the year, and you're getting something handmade, one-off, unique, that'll last you for years to come. So look them guys up, because, you know, it's nice to spread your money around and not give it to the likes of Amazon and the big box places and all that kind of stuff. You know, let's all look after one another. It's Christmas, so go out, look them guys up. So here I'm just marking out, and I'm sort of using a red sort of lead here, which I find really useful. And it's just marking. There's a lot of marking on this project. And I'm just using bits of the wood just to draw straight lines and all that kind of stuff. Now this, it was something I seen and I thought I'll just put a spin on it. I'm not going to make it look spectacular or anything like that. The whole aim of this is rustic, is handmade. I want that vibe. And, you know, the scrap wood fits in with that perfectly. So there's nothing precise about anything. It doesn't have to be accurate. Any part of this build doesn't have to be accurate. You can paint this, stain it, do what you want to it, decorate it how you wish, how to fit in with your decor. Or if somebody comes to you and says, can I have it this colour, can I have it that colour, you can easily do that. It's not a problem. So I'm just marking out for 24 holes, which is the lead up to Christmas, New Year's, Christmas, yeah, hang on, 24, Christmas Eve, sorry. God, I'm getting tongue twisted. So just take it easy, round saws, and keep your hands well away. Be safe, please be safe. And I'm just splitting that in two. My blade doesn't go high enough to split it in two, so what I have to do is reverse it over. A lot of you guys will know what to do here, but again, it's just all about being cautious and watching you don't get your digits near that blade at all. So every time I don't use the blade. Even in mid-use, I'll put it away like that just to make sure there's no accidents. I'll come back to it after I've had a cup of coffee. But if somebody walked in there, an Amazon delivery driver caught himself on it or something like that, it's not nice, is it really? So just make sure you're safe and everybody else is safe around you. So I'm just splitting this down now. And I'm just freehanding a design. Nothing special, nothing too technical. Easy project. So let me know where you're all from, guys. I ask that every video, and what projects you're on to. And I'm just going in now with the jigsaw. I'm getting a bit better practice with this jigsaw with the last couple of projects. The last Christmas project I did went down a storm. The actual sleigh, I could sell it 20, 30 times over. So go back and look at that video, make them sleighs, because you can, if you want to make money out of it, make it with them sleighs. Now, I've got another Christmas video coming up next week, which will, if I can get it right, it'll be an amazing Christmas project. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss that one. And in the new year, I've got loads of build projects. I'm going to be using some hardwood, all that kind of stuff. So the time is now, guys. If you're watching, if you're one of the 76% that are not watch my channel and not subscribed, please do so. It would massively help my channel. And anybody that wants to support the channel further can hit the super thanks or join our YouTube memberships, where I put extra bits of content in there for everybody to see. So just taking it easy there. I need to make another tabletop. This tabletop's a little bit too small and a little bit cumbersome. I need to make one that's a bit more friendly and to fit my needs a bit better. So I'm just using my rough chisel here just to chisel it out. Nothing has to be perfect. And I don't know where you are, but here in the UK this last week or so, it's been absolutely throwing it down with rain and been really cold. So this dowel here, I'm measuring it up. It's just a spare bit of dowel I had left over from, I don't know what, some projects. I think it was the aeroplane project from months ago. My Melif drill. Link in the description for that. Fantastic bit of kit. I prefer using that over my DeWalt all day long. So it's 9mm dowel, and I'm just cutting a 9.5mm hole in there. It just needs to be free a little bit. So I'm just checking my time, lining everything up. Handy cool gadget that I've got there. Can't remember where I got it from. So I'm just going back into the old now just to clear them out a little bit. I'm just trimming a bit of the dowel now down to size to what I want. You can get 5% off a Temple tool saw. There's a link in the description for you to get one of them if you want one of the best saws on the market. Really nice in the hand to use them. So I'm just cutting 7 of these out here. There's 7 in total. You'll see why in a second. So the wood is really rough. So I'm just going over with whatever sandpaper I've got to hand, really. I think I'm using a 180 grit here. Nothing has to be too special. So on one of these, I have to stick the dowel in. Let that dry. You'll see why in it shortly. So Shelley found some old paint, So I didn't go out and have to buy paint. I did think I had some white spray somewhere, but obviously I didn't. But I wanted some white, and she come up trumps. Shelley's a bit of a hoarder, and she managed to find that somewhere in the house. I don't know where. I don't know where she had it stashed. But anyway, it's coming useful, so I thought I'd use it on this project. It's probably not the right thing to use, but it's about using up all them bits and pieces you've got lying about. It's a zero cost project. But when I say zero cost, it's not really. It's your time if you're making them to sell, all that kind of stuff, and you would probably have to buy the paint and all that, and that'd make it, but it'd still be really low cost project. But here, if you're just doing it for your own house and you've got scraps of wood lying about, it's a zero cost project. So I'm just slapping that paint on any old way there, because this wood's rough and I'm going to be sanding it back like I am here a little bit. And it took absolutely ages to dry because of the humidity, damp sort of surroundings and weather. I'm under a carport here, so I've got an exposed bit at the front. It took really long time. So I'm just getting all like the fluff off, bits and pieces off like that. So I didn't have no yellow or red or orange spray, but I found some silver. I thought that'll do, and it worked out quite nice. So the silver is basically the flames on these candles, but you'll see, I think they sort of like turn out not too bad. It would have been better with maybe gold, red or yellow or something like that, but it doesn't matter. It's different, isn't it? It's just a bit different. So I'm just putting pre-drilling these little blocks of cut, and these are for the base for the candles. Just simply screw them in. You could absolutely turn out loads of these candles in no time. I don't know what you'd get for them, what you'd sell them for. Please let me know in the comments what you think you'd get for any of these sort of projects. It'd be nice, and it'd be nice for other people to know what you're getting in sort of your area for these sort of projects. But like I say, handmade items this time of year, it just adds to that old Christmas sort of vibe, doesn't it? So nice and easy. You could batch, like I say, you could batch out loads of these in no time. So I'm just going in again now with the drill bit, just to give the holes a bit of a clear out. And this thing here it's a bit of like an advent calendar type thing, where you move it across each day. Now, one of my other projects it's got coming up, my next Christmas project, is a real good advent calendar build. I'll tell you what it is now. But it's a little bit of a special calendar, so please watch that video, because you should really like the video. But this is like a quick made, something a little bit different, this one. So just getting the shop vac on it, more sanding, just de-nibbing everything, getting it just, so there's no sharp bits. More sanding, but this is like just getting it back. So you could, if you've got a laser, you could laser numbers on, you could stick numbers on. I'm just choosing to freehand some numbers on. It's a rustic build, and this is the look I'm going for. But you could laser it on there. You could do multitude of ways. So some lacquer, just protective lacquer, what I had left over again. You've seen me use this on previous projects. Just give it a quick couple of coats of this, just to sort of seal that paint in and highlight the grain a little bit. And make sure you're in a ventilated area while using this. So here they are finished. And you've got 3 sort of Nordic style tall trees. You've got 7 candles, different sort of sizes there with silver flames, which I think have sort of come out and worked okay. And I've just put them in front of my log burner here, just to bring them in. And that little calendar, what you just move across every day with the candle denoting the days, if that makes sense to you. So guys, let me know in the comments what you think of this Scrapwood build, whether it's something you would build to sell or to keep. Let me know what sort of prices you'd get for this, and tell me if you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making this because it didn't cost me no money, to be perfectly honest with you. So thanks for watching, guys. You're all amazing, and I'll see you on the next one.